Don Copeland here with the Compress IUV 600S, and we're going to do some cool printing again for you today. So today what we're doing is we're actually going to be printing on these, and I thought they were faux stone. These are actually real stone. They're actually tiles. We got them from a flooring store. But what we're doing is we're going to give the employees here a gift, and it's one of our mission statements, which is achieving dreams together. And we're going to print these out straight onto these faux stone tiles. It costs us $1 a piece, and we're going to print them straight out on here. You'll notice we've started out already. If you look at the bed here, you'll see we have a grid. I actually have 4 by 5. I have 20 squares that we've already printed straight here onto the silicon bed. This silicon bed, as you can see, there's a little bit of ink there. It just scratches right off. So we used a target. Now, if I was doing these on a regular basis, day in, day out, and I was doing these type of tiles, I would just go ahead and invest in having a jig made for these. But this is kind of a one-time offer type of thing we're going to do. So what we're going to do is we just went ahead and print it on the bed. We're still going to do a fair amount of production, but it's not enough to merit doing the actual having a jig made up for it. So first what we're going to do is jump over here to the software, show you how we set this grid up, and also show you how we are going to populate this with 4 different designs. All right, as you can see here on the screen, we have the grid. Wow, it looks a whole lot like what we just printed out on the bed over here. We started this out, and we'll show you in a minute how we actually use the array command to do this, because we're going to populate this using the array command. But what we in essence did is we created one square, and then we used a line down, line across. We've now actually got 4 different designs we have of achieving dreams together that we're going to print out and give to the employees here. We have those stacked up, and what I can do is grab those 4 artwork files. They now become one item, basically. We're going to go into the array command in our software, and we're going to tell it spacing here based on the size of our tiles. We're just going to go across. We're going to do 5 columns. Now, if I was going to do these multiples down, you see above, I can also control how many I'd go up and down. That's how we actually generated the squares. So now what we have is a very simple setup. We have our 20 designs right on the screen. You'll notice that the red squares are still sitting there, but they're actually on a different layer. What we did is when we set this up, we actually printed the layer that had the squares on it. Now we're going to turn off that layer so it's no longer a print layer. And we're going to go ahead and send these on over here. We're not even going to put any white ink on these because these tiles are pretty light color. We're going to print these straight onto the tiles. Okay. All right, as you saw there, we actually had gone up and we printed from that package we had, which was our Compress Designer software. We printed from that to our Compress RIP. We actually come into our queue that's a single pass, which means we're only going to go through the machine once. With no white underbase or whatnot, it's just a color layer. And our production mode, which is bidirectional 720 by 720 DPI, which I think is going to be perfect quality for these, good production speed and whatnot. As you can see up here on the top right of the screen right here, you can see that these 20 tiles cost roughly 91 cents to print. All day long, that's less than a nickel a piece to print these tiles. So now that we've got them set up, we're going to pop back over to the camera, and we're going to show you, we got them loaded up here on the bed. Now I'm going to bring this bed down just a hair. So we have a light system in here that actually sets the height of our bed. Now if I slide this back under, bring this back up. Now what I want to do is when I hit the load button, actually it's going to check the rest of these tiles. I know they're all cut on pretty sophisticated pieces of equipment, but we want to make sure that we catch the worst case scenario, which would be the highest one of these stones. So when I hit the load button, it's actually going to check these. And I bet if we watch this, we'll see that we might see a bump here or there, just in case there's one that's a little bit high. And much to my surprise, their equipment is better than I thought it was. All right, we have those loaded up. Now we're just going to go ahead and hit the print button, and we're going to get these sent on over. And just for fun, I actually have a new toy we're going to use right here, which is my timing gauge. So we actually can time these 20, all right? Wow, look at that. They're done. And, oh, got to stop my clock. So we saw 4 minutes to print 20 tiles, and we're going to be generous here. We're going to say that we could turn this around 12 times in an hour. That'd be 5 minutes a run. Because what I would actually be doing, if I was doing production with this, I would have a stack of tiles sitting up here somewhere staged near me, and as these are coming out of the machine, I'd be pulling these off, and I'd be replacing these. So when I'm done, I'm probably only replacing these 2 rows, right? So I would probably turn this machine around 12 times in an hour. That would be 240 tiles, and I think we came up with a price 25 cents for each one of the blanks. We came up with a cost of just under 5 cents for the ink on each of those. That's 30 cents, 240. That would be $72 an hour for the materials, the ink, the tiles themselves. Let's say even you're paying your operator 20 bucks an hour. That's $92 an hour. And let's take a really reasonable price for these at $5 a piece. That's about 1,200 bucks all day round. That's just rounding numbers up again. My marketing guys hate this because they want pennies. But that's $1,100 an hour in profit printing these type of tiles. Now you would have one other thing you would want to do probably, and here's an example. Just take one of these tiles. You take it, and these little felt feet. Felt feet. It's hard to say, you know. Put these on the bottom. You could use cork. You could get a solid piece of cork or cork round, but that'll also give it a little bit better. So it's a little bit more non-skid when you set it down on stuff, right? That other stuff, but you could be doing that while the printer's printing, all right? So $1,100+ an hour doing stone tiles printed out on your compress IUV 600S. Just killing it, guys, to be able to turn this type of stuff around. And this is a huge marketplace right now, and it's totally custom. If you look at every one of these, they look a little bit different. Just one more way to make some money with your compress IUV.